you? Sorry. All good, thank you. So let's take a moment just to bring ourselves to be in the yoga space. So what do I mean by that? Just coming into the present moment, really, which is easier said than done. But just forgetting about your day so far, just feel the feet on the ground and just bring yourself so you can feel the big toes on the ground, and then notice the little toes on the ground. Notice the heels on the ground. And then notice the whole of the foot, the sole of the foot resting on the ground. And just pick one foot up gently and then just place it down as if you're landing on cotton walls. Just allow that foot to land really gently. And then notice the connection of the earth with that foot. Probably a little bit more now than the other one. So do the same with the other one, lifting the other foot up. And then just very quietly placing it down. Finding that softness and feel now both feet connected to the earth. And take a moment just to notice the sitting bones in the chair. So maybe have a little wriggle so you feel like you can really feel the sitting bones and you can sit up nice and tall. And then just place a hand on the crown of the head and let the head be kind of going into the hand so you feel like the spine couldn't be any taller. And then take the hand away, but keep that sense of length in the spine. And as you do that, just draw the belly button in. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Just notice if this feels any different to how you normally sit. Quite often we kind of get into habits of sort of just slumping a little bit, which is natural if you're watching telly or something, but maybe if you're on a bus or you're just waiting somewhere else, then just take a moment just to check in. How you're standing, how you're sitting, it all matters. Because if you're sitting well or standing well, you'll be breathing well. And our breath basically dictates everything, how we think. It helps our digestive system, it helps our circulatory system. If we're breathing well and deeply, it really does help everything. So with that said, just bring the attention to the tip of the nose and just take a nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. And just become very curious about the breath. So as you breathe in, just think, is my breath even on the inhale and the exhale? In terms of length? Does it feel long or short? And where do you feel the breath? You feel it coming in through the nose. Where else do you feel it? Maybe you feel it in the side ribs. And as you just keep that attention on the breath, just notice if you can soften the tongue away from the top of the mouth. Notice the space in the mouth. Notice a little gap between the teeth. And relax the shoulders so you feel the shoulders just nuzzling down the back. So we're kind of looking for Sthira Sukha, which is softness and alertness. So there's no tension. We're not tense, but equally we're not collapsing. So there's that softness and alertness we're looking for in our shapes as we move through our yoga. And as always, just doing what feels right for you. If you need to adjust anything, feel free. And when you're ready, just glide the chin over towards one shoulder. It doesn't matter where you go, just looking gently over one shoulder. Coming back to center, and then gliding the chin over the other shoulder. Coming back to center, gliding the other way. And coming back to center and gliding the other way. And then when you're ready, as you take the glide over the other way, just see if you can come a little further. You might be surprised at how far you can see. Now, if you look behind you, you might be able to see it, or at least take the neck a little bit further than you thought. And then coming back to center, and then going the other way. Again, maybe you'd be surprised at how far you can actually go. And then coming back to center. Just doing that one more time, so just letting the head, we're not forcing the head around, but we're just being curious about, oh wow, I can actually go a lot further than maybe I was going the first time. And then going to the other side last time. And then slowly coming back to center. Good. And then from here, just take one shoulder, just take it for a nice big roll backwards. So it's a nice big roll backwards. You could have the hand on the shoulder if you want to, or you could just roll the shoulder. So just noticing how this is feeling, any clunking, any grinding, or if it's nice and smooth today. Good, then change direction when you're ready. Good, and then when you're ready, let's take the other shoulder. So just doing what you can with that shoulder, that's it, good. And then change direction. Good, and then when you're ready, just give those arms a little shake off. Interlace those fingers so the palms are pressing away from you. And then just have a little bit of movement left to right. So really pressing away with those hands, those fingers getting a nice stretch. And you're welcome to stay just here if you want to, and your shoulder issues stay here. If you want to, you can come up towards the sky and just draw some little circles on the sky. Very nice, and then going the other way. And then just let those arms go wide like bird's wings. And when they're out, just leaving them out and then just circling those arms. Have a look at the arms. Make sure that, or try to have one not down. Try to have them both on the same level unless you're working through shoulder issues, yeah. And then going backwards the other way, stretching into those fingers. Good. And then let those arms come all the way back down. So you're going to interlace the fingers again. Try to do it the other way this time, so it feels like, do it without thinking, and then change it so the thumb is up one, so it feels the unusual way. It probably feels very strange that way. And then same thing, pressing those palm of the hands away, and then moving left to right. That's it. Good. So maybe staying here, or maybe you're bringing yourself up and little circles at the top. Good, and then coming around. Lovely, and then let those arms come all the way down. And then just rotate through those wrists this time, rotate through the hands. Going one way and then the other way. And then drawing the little finger and thumb, so the thumb and index finger, the thumb and little finger are touching, and then the ring finger and thumb are touching, middle finger and thumb, index finger and thumb, ring finger and thumb, middle finger and thumb, index finger and thumb, index finger and thumb, that's it, little finger and thumb, ring finger and thumb, middle finger and thumb, index finger and thumb, little finger and thumb, and shake it all out. Well done. See a lot of people concentrating hard there. That's it, good. So from here, just coming a little bit further forward on the chair, and just lifting one leg up, pausing here, draw the belly button in as that leg is lifted. So draw the belly button in, find almost like a little smile underneath the belly button, and then slowly bring that foot down to earth, changing sides, the other leg's coming up. Pausing there. Good, and then down. And then draw the chin in, just let yourself roll down. Take the crown of the head away from you as you come all the way back up. So just lubricating through the back of the body a little bit. Massaging the digestive system. Hope everyone's had a nice hour's gap between eating and coming, so you don't feel sick. Good, and then when you're ready, change direction. So the crown of the head coming away from you, tuck the chin in, draw the belly button in, rolling up. So do that a few times. Good, and then when you're ready, sitting up nice and tall again. So we're just going to bring those arms forward so the palms are touching each other. And it's almost like you're drawing an arrow, bow and arrow, so that I'll mirror you. So the right hand's going to come to the right shoulder, and you're going to lift the right leg up. And then from here, you're going to take the leg straight as the arm comes back forward. The same leg, and then come back. That's it, yeah, so a bit of snap, crack and pop, that's it. And you're going to look over that shoulder. So looking over the right shoulder, as you do this, draw the navel in. That's it. Keep going. A few more times. If you want to rest, just have a rest in a moment. It's quite hard. Just 2 more. Very nice. Good. We've got squeaky chairs. Good. And then release. Good. Take a moment just to tap the legs. Go all the way down, all the way up. And then rubbing those knees. Good. And then bringing those arms out in front of you. We'll do the other side. So that left hand now is going to come to the left shoulder. And we're going to lift that left leg. Yeah, that's it. And then we're going to take the leg forward and bring the arm forward. So the hands are together. And then repeat. So the arm goes to the shoulder, leg comes in. And then looking over the left side. Draw the belly button in. As you do, keep moving with the flow if you can. Good. Just 2 or 3 more if you can. If you want to rest, it's fine. Good, and then when you're ready, releasing those legs down. Bring those arms together. We're going to do the same thing, but without the feet. So now it's just the hand. And this time the hand might go all the way behind you. And then come back together. So both feet stay on the ground this time. The arms opening all the way out behind you. And then coming back. The arms opening all the way out. And coming back and then switching sides. So that arm's going out. Maybe it's just sitting on the shoulder. Maybe it's opening out. Lovely. And then coming back. Same thing. Just doing what you can with that arm. That's it. Good. Lovely. And one last time. That's it. Maybe looking behind you, opening out behind you. And then let those arms come down. Very good. Just give those arms a little shake. Excellent. Good. Let's take the left arm up towards the sky. Breathing here, reaching up as high as you can. Take hold of, get the other hand and just hold the wrist and then lean over towards the right. Feel a nice big stretch here. So maybe you are looking down or to the side, or maybe you're looking up. If you look up, that will increase the intensity. You'll feel it more in the side of the body. Breathing here. Try to have the arms above the head if that's possible. Good. And then slowly coming all the way back, let those arms come down. Sweeping up the other arm, reaching up as high as you can first of all. And then take the hand around the wrist. And then leaning over. So it's almost like the hand is going over the ear. Leaning over to that side, that's it. Nice. Good. Find your breath here. Maybe you're looking down, maybe you're looking forward, maybe you're looking up to increase the intensity. Lovely. And then slowly release those arms down. Taking the left arm all the way up towards the sky. Let the hand just come behind you. Maybe you're just going to stay here, or maybe you're going to bring the other hand, exactly, Joe, and just gently push it up. So if it's here, just stay here. Maybe just push it up a millimeter. But feel like it's quite close to the ear if you can. That's it. Good. So you're welcome to stay here. If you want to, you can take the other hand and just bring it on top of the elbow and then lean over to the side. Good. And then slowly releasing down. Taking the other arm all up towards the sky, reaching up as high as you can. Let the hand come behind you. Notice one side might be easier than the other. Maybe just start off by pressing the hand up a little bit, this up. That's it. Feel as though your ear is in connection with the elbow. And then if you want to, you could stay here, or you could take the spare hand on top of the elbow and then lean towards the left. Brilliant, good. And then slowly coming back, taking hold of the elbows, and then just take some circles with those elbows. Good, and then going the other way. Good, and then just taking the hands onto the shoulders. The arms are crossed, hands are on the shoulders, and then just take some circles with the elbows. And then change direction. Good, and then release. So taking the left arm up towards the sky, breathing in. And then just let the arm come down as you breathe out. So you're breathing in, the arm's coming up. Breathing out, the arm's coming down. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good, one last time, breathing in. This time you're going to bring that hand onto the opposite knee. Bring the spare hand, the right hand, onto the side of the body so you feel the ribs. And then look over the back shoulder, draw the belly button in. Feel, see if you can feel the breath here. As you breathe in, there's an expansion. And as you breathe out, there's a contraction. So feel the breath. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the breath coming in through the nose. Feel the breath going out through the nose. Just always try to breathe in and out through the nose day and night. If you snore, it's because your mouth's open. We want the mouth closed at night and at day. So we get the maximum oxygen in. Allow the body to work the way it's supposed to. Good. And then slowly coming back to centre. Excellent. Let's take the other arm up towards the sky and then down. So inhaling the arm coming up. Exhaling the arm going down. You're on the right arm. I think you've done the left arm. Yeah. That's it, June. Good. If you haven't done that arm, then switch to the other one. Make sure you've done. I think you did the other one first. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into that twist again. So we can take that hand that's up in the air to the opposite knee. And then bring the hand to the side of the body. And then look over that back shoulder. That's it. Good. I think you need to go the other way. I think you were doing that way last time. Yeah. So bring your left hand onto your right knee.
Left hand onto my right knee.
Oh no, sorry. Right hand onto left knee. Right hand onto left knee. Okay. Yes, that's it. And then look over the back shoulder. You got it.
So I'm watching you and trying to figure out.
Yeah, no, I'm mirroring you.
You're mirroring.
Yeah. So don't just go with my lefts and rights. That's it. Breathing here. Feel the breath coming in through the nose. And feel the breath going out through the nose. Draw the belly button in. Feel the hand on the body. Feel the expansion of the ribs. So the lungs underneath the ribs are expanding as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Good. And then slowly coming back to centre. Good. Interlace those hands and then stir a big pot. So you could just keep the feet on the ground here, or if you want to, you could take the feet off the ground just a little bit and then keep stirring the pot. It's going to be a bit harder with the feet. If the feet are off, squeeze the legs together. If this is too much, you can have the feet on the ground. Keep drawing the belly button in as you do this. Very nice. Good, and then change direction. Squeeze those legs together, that's it. Nice, everyone. Good. Lovely, and then slowly release. Bringing the left hand down towards the ground. It won't reach where you're just going sideways. And then bring the hands together, and then go the other way. And then bring the hands together and go away. Again, here you could lift the feet off the ground. You could squeeze those legs, squeeze the legs together. Draw the navel in, so belly button towards spine. And then that way you're working your core as well. That's it. Nice, everyone. Try to keep those legs squeezed together if you can. Thighs together, legs together. Good, and then from here, keeping those feet off the ground, just bring those feet forwards, bring the arms forward, and then as if you're doing a little row, that's it. Well, not row, bicycle even. That's it. Good. Squeeze those legs together still. Yeah. Good, and then change direction with the arms. Good, and then bring the feet to the ground. Take the hands together at the heart center. Breathing in, those arms are coming up. Breathing out, they're coming wide. Same thing again, breathing in, the arms are coming up. Breathing out, the arms are coming wide. Good. You're going to take one leg forward. So I'm going to take the left leg forwards. Have the hands on the left knee, the foot's on the ground, on the block. And then maybe your hands are going to stay on the knee, or maybe you're sliding down towards the ground. Maybe feeling a little release through the back of the leg. So this leg that's out is a little bit straighter than the one that's bent. You may not go very far at all. You might just be by the knee or the shin. That's fine. You'll know where to stop. And then just look down towards the ground. Find your breath. Yeah, then draw the belly button in and then slowly come all the way back up. We're going to go down the same leg again. So when you're ready, just literally slide down that leg again. Maybe go a little further this time, or maybe it's about the same. There's no competition, it doesn't matter. It's all about what feels right for you today. Good, then draw the navel in, slowly come back up. Bring those feet both back to the ground. Hands are going to come to heart center. Take the gaze up, breathing in. Take the arms wide, breathing out. And again, breathing in, those arms are coming up. Breathing out, those arms are coming down. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Pop the hands on the right knee this time. Take that right leg a little straighter. And then when you're ready, either keep the foot on the ground, the hands can stay on the knee, or maybe they're sliding down that leg, looking down towards the floor. Just going as far as feels okay for you. Breathing into this. Lovely, everyone. Very nice. Good. And then draw the belly button in, slowly come back up. And then sliding down the same leg again. Just allow yourself to slide and glide down the leg. Use your breath. There's no pulling or pushing or trying. We're just effortlessly moving into some shapes. Maybe you're feeling this in the back of the leg that's out straight. Good. Then draw the belly button in, slowly come all the way back up. Fantastic. Good. So lifting up the right leg, take it out to the side and then bring it back. Out to the side, bring it back, and out to the side and bring it back. And then take it in a little circle around. So the knee is bent and you're just taking it for a little circle. Try to think about control, changing direction. Good. And then changing sides, so lifting up the other leg. First of all, take it out to the side a few times. Then out to the side. Good. And then when you're ready, circling it around. So nice, slow, controlled moves. And then changing direction. Is it your phone? No. Oh, it's your phone. Good, and then releasing down. If you want to go and get it, feel free. If not, don't worry, leave it. And then when you're ready, let's bring the hands and just hug the knee in. They'll call back if it's urgent, won't they? We'll leave a message. Yeah, that's it. We seem to have quite a lot of phone problems in this group. We have people who can't put their phone on silent, and Sandy can't put his phone on silent, and Alex couldn't work out how to answer the call. Like, these phones are just too hard for people. And then changing sides when you're ready. Good, and then changing sides again, circling the knee one way, and then the other way. So we're just lubricating that hip joint. It's a ball and socket joint. Imagine it's like this, so we're just oiling it. Good, and then changing side when you're ready, oiling the other side. And changing direction. Good, and then releasing it down. Excellent. So if you've got a weight with you, you can pop it in your hand. If you haven't, we can have an imaginary weight. And then we're just going to take it forwards and across, and then come back to the shoulder. So like that again. And one more time. Good, and then change the hands, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Good, and then we're going to move to the other hand again, and then you're going to do one, and then change hands, and then one. That's it, so you're going side to side. Good, and then next time the arm's going up for 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're switching sides, again 1, 2, and 3, good, and then switching sides, and then we're going to switch each side, so we're going to do 1 each time, 1 at a time, that's it. Can you reach a little bit higher? Oh yes, there we go, very good, everyone's got about an inch or 2 higher. Good, and then when you're ready, bring the weight forwards and then just tap the shoulder a few times. Good, and then change hands to the other side. Good, and then change sides and just do 1, and then switch again, do 1. Switch again, 1, that's it. Imagine it's heavy. I know yours is. No, for the other people, imagine you've got something heavy in there and you're really working that arm. That's it. Good, and then popping the weight down, give those arms a little shake, and then take the hand and tap the arm all the way up. Give your shoulder a nice release out. When we put our arms up in the air, you know, we're the only species that would only do like this. Yeah. It's only when I say go further, people go further. Yeah. You know, a tree would always grow as high as it can. Yeah. A plant would always grow as high as it can. But as humans, we're a bit lazy, so we're kind of like, that'll do. No. Most of the time, people don't go the whole way. They can with anything in life. So, and then changing sides when you're ready. You have to think about those trees as an example to us growing as high as they can, despite the rubbish weather. And then when you're ready, massage each hand. Remember to go from the top of the thumb down, and then the same with each finger. So you're going down towards the heart, helping fluids go down towards the heart. And then rubbing the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. And say, thank you, hands. And then changing sides, massaging the other hand, each finger. A nice thing to do if you remember a few times a week. Or if you use hand cream, popping it on like this. Rubbing the palm of the hand and the back of the hand when you're ready. Good, and then when you're ready, we'll use the tennis ball. So now roll under the feet, start with. So just roll it under each one foot. Maybe take a moment to get into the toes and press the ball under the toes, space the toes out, really press into that. And then go to the heel, pressing into the heel, and then rolling the ball all the way up and down the foot. So we won't be here too long, but remember you can always do this at home, or if you're watching telly, or whatever you're up to. And then switching foot when you're ready. And just notice if one foot is feeling a little bit more tender than the other. If it is, just be curious about that. Am I standing more heavily on one foot than the other as I'm walking around or standing?
Yeah, which foot do you lean up on? This is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, if there's one dominant one, sometimes there is a dominant one, yeah. So just being aware of that is a good thing. And then trying to even it up so that you don't have any preference for your weight in your foot. That's it. And then when you're ready, bring that ball up and roll it on the thigh. Maybe you're going into the inner arm, maybe you're going down the side of the leg, maybe into the hip. And then changing the sides when you're ready. Good, and then rubbing it in between the hands. And then taking the ball into the left hand and just squeezing that ball as hard as you can. And then taking it into the right hand, squeezing it as hard as you can. Good, then take it up towards the sky. Bring it all the way down to the opposite foot or ankle, and then take it back up to the sky. And then down to the shin of the opposite foot, opposite leg, and up. And the knee, and up. Good, then take it around the body. A few times one way and a few times the other way. Good, and then take the ball up towards the sky in the other hand, so it's the left hand now. That's it. Bring it to the opposite foot or ankle, and then bring it back up towards the sky, to the opposite shin, and up, and the opposite knee. Good, very nice. I'll bring the balls in a minute, but if you want to just have a little throw around, just seeing if you can kind of catch from one to the other, feel free, and then I'll collect them in. Thank you. Very good. So just bringing those hands behind the head if you can, take the elbows wide, and then draw the elbows in, and then take them wide. Take them in and wide. And next time they're in, just pausing there, just sort of draw the belly button in, and then just coming slowly forwards. Maybe you come all the way down so the elbows are on the knees, or maybe you don't go all that far. And then draw the navel in, slowly come all the way back up. And one more time. If this is uncomfortable anyway, just take the hands away and just do it without the hands. That'd be easier. If not, one more time, coming down. And then opening up. Coming all the way back up. Good. And then just leaning towards the right and leaning towards the left. Good. Lovely. And then let those arms come down. So wiggling those feet forward on the ground. So make sure the feet are on the ground now. So we're going to come to stand. Obviously standing is always optional. If you want to stay seated, you can. And if you want to come and sit before we'll do, you can. We try not to use our hands as we come up. So we just think about the weight in the feet. Use the inhale. The inhale is your friend. And just slowly come all the way up. Good, let those arms come down. Fantastic. Have a little swing left to right. Let the heel lift off the ground, so you let the hips move either way. Good. And then taking those arms out wide, you're going to turn the one palm up and one palm down. So you've got one palm up, one palm down. The palm that's up doesn't matter. Don't go the same way, it doesn't matter. You're just leaning towards that palm that's up, and then turning the palm. And try to twist from like inside the shoulders. It's not just the hands moving, it's the whole arm is twisting. It's almost like a bit of rope. That's it, yeah, really getting into those shoulder joints. Beautiful. Nearly touching there. You've got all this space. Good. And then bending at the elbows, just bring the feet a little bit narrower. Let one hand come down and up, and then the other one down and up, and then up. So one up, one down. Draw the ribs in here. That's it. Try to keep the elbows lifted if you can. Lovely. Good. And then shake out those arms. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace those hands behind you. So they're just either staying on the back or maybe they're coming off the back. So you'll feel the nice opening across the chest, really squeezing. Imagine you've got lemon in between the hands, just squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Good. And then release, shake out those arms. Just be careful what's around you. We're coming behind your chair. Bring the chair forward if it's near the wall. Holding that chair. You're going to just bring yourself onto tiptoes. Good. And from here, just think about the heels swinging together. So then you're up and then the heels are going to swing. Maybe the heels touch and then come back out. That's it. Yes, good. And then come all the way down. Come all the way back up, holding the chair. Yeah, good. And then taking one arm up if you can. Breathing here, bringing it down. And then the other arm up. And down. And maybe the other arm up, and maybe both arms up. Reaching up for the sky. That's it. Take those arms out like bird wings now. Pause there. If you can, if you feel balanced here, just stay here. If you feel like you're really balanced, then maybe look up. It'll be harder, I'm afraid. Yes, good. And then slowly come all the way down. Yeah, good. Shake out those legs. It's a tricky one. Shake out those legs. Good. Bring the hands together. Take the arms up, breathing in. Take the arms wide, breathing out. Holding the chair. You're going to take the right leg back. You're bending into the left knee and you're going to bring the left arm forwards. I'm not mirroring you now. Left arm forward, right leg's going to lift up behind you if that feels okay. You can keep the foot on the ground. Yeah. Your hand can come to the chair if you want to. So you've got one hand on the chair, that's it. You're making it very hard, June. Good. Yeah, that was good. Impressive. And then slowly coming back. Good. Bring both feet around, bring the hands together. Feel reconnected to the center. Breathing in, coming all the way wide and down, holding that chair again. Left foot's going back this time. And we're going to take the right arm forward and maybe the left leg's lifting. Breathing here. Feel as though you're extending from your center out. Find your breath. Beautiful. Very nice. Good. See if you can soften the grip of the hand a little bit. And then slowly coming back. Good. Shake out those arms and legs. Very good. Just turning so the right hip is facing the chair, the right hip to the side arm. Bring the left arm up towards the sky, and then bring the arm over the ear. So the hands going towards the centre of the room. So coming to a side stretch. Good. Lovely. And then circle the arm all the way round. Nice big circle one way, and then nice big circle the other way. Good, and then turning around to face the other way, so the left hip is facing the chair, the right arm's reaching up towards the sky, towards the ear, leaning over towards the centre of the room, so you're reaching into that arm. Feel the right foot on the ground, the right fingers reaching into the centre of the room, and then slowly come all the way back to centre. Coming to face the centre of the room again, bring the hands together, take those arms up, breathing in. Take those arms wide, breathing out. So we're taking the right leg back. We're going to bring one arm or maybe both arms up towards the sky. And then you're bringing the left arm towards the centre of the room and the right arm might come behind you as you bend into that left knee. So looking down the centre, relax the shoulders down. Keep the weight down the middle. So June, just take the weight back a little bit. Take the weight back, that's it. So it's coming more down the centre. Beautiful. Good, then take that right hand all the way to the chair, step those feet together, taking the left leg back. So one arm or two arms coming up towards the sky, breathing here, reaching up, 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 up. Lovely, right arm's coming to the centre of the room, left hand can sit on the hip or maybe come behind you, reaching into that right finger, check the knees tracking over the second and third toe, and the weight's going down the centre line. So have a look at the back arm if you can see if this is roughly in line with the front arm. Good, and then cartwheel the left hand all the way to the chair, step those feet together. Good, have a little shake off, have a shake it all off. Good, then take those legs wide, the toes are going to be pointing out. The knees are a little bit soft here, so we move into fountain breath, so you're breathing in, and then just sighing out like you're throwing away. So maybe you're breathing in calm, letting go of any chaos. Maybe you're breathing in energy, letting go of any fatigue. Maybe you're breathing in positivity, letting go of any negativity. Just two more in your own time. Breathing in, really letting it go. Making this the last one. Good, lovely. And then when you're ready, coming back to your chair, we're going to bring the arms forwards and bring I won't be mirroring you this time. Bring the right hand onto the left shoulder, left hand onto the other shoulder. That's okay. So you can keep holding the chair if you like, or you can do that. You're ready to rock, won't you? The right, so bring the left tiptoes to the floor. So you might stay here, left tiptoes on the floor. The hands can be holding the shoulders. Hands on the shoulders, that's it, yeah, if you can. If not, you can do this, yeah. So maybe you're staying here, or maybe you're just going to think about lifting this foot off the ground. If this is too much, keep the foot on the ground. If not, you're lifting it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Now we'll have to switch sides to do the other side. Well done, everybody. So switching sides. So take the left hand to the right shoulder, right hand to the left shoulder. Right tiptoes coming to the ground. Maybe you're keeping that right foot on the ground. That's no problem if you are. If not, maybe you want to lift it up. Find a little smile on your belly button. Find a fixed point that will help you balance for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. And that's your homework. Looks like that's your homework. That's your homework. Practice balancing on one leg. But be careful. Good. So let's come round to the front of the chair. There is a connection between longevity and how much you can balance. So it's really important to do that kind of balancing work where we stand on one leg and we hold the chair. It's really good. Helps you. So make sure you feel the chair behind you. And of course you can use your hands if you need to. If not, we're going to slowly come down. And we're going to pause on the way. So now we're going to pause and we're just going to breathe. Pause and breathe. And we're coming down a little bit more. We're pausing. We're pausing. We're pausing. And then we're coming down. And we'll meet on the chair when you're ready. That's it. Beautiful, everyone. When you're ready, taking that seat. Beautiful. Very, very good. Very good, Russ. Good. Patting those legs. Well done, everyone. Good stuff. And then just tense up the right leg to screw up the foot, screw up the toes, squeeze, 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 and relax. And then the left leg, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And relax and squeeze the pelvic floor in. And then relax, squeeze the pelvic floor one more time. And relax and squeeze the belly, squeeze the buttocks. And relax. Take the right hand. Make a fist of the hand, tense, 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 the whole arms tense, and relax. And the other side, tense, 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 and relax. Hug those shoulders up towards the ears. Take a big sigh out. Take the arms wide, give yourself a big hug. Take the arms wide, give yourself a big hug the other way. Good, and then screwing up the face like you've eaten a lemon. You're going to stick out the tongue like the lion's breath. Looking at one more time, screwing up the face. Good, and then settling back in your chair. You can relax completely now. You don't have to think about how tall you're sitting or if I'm holding myself. Just completely give yourself permission to let go. And just take a moment just to breathe in compassion for yourself. Just let compassion soak into the whole body and mind. And then breathing out compassion for the world, the whole planet Earth. Breathing in simplicity for yourself. What can you simplify in your life? What can you take out of your life that's cluttering it up? You don't need so much stuff. You don't need so many things in your diary, whatever it is. Just try to simplify life so you can enjoy it. We're here to enjoy ourselves on this time on our earth, on the earth. Breathing out simplicity for the world, and then finally breathing in patience for yourself. How often do you get impatient with yourself? Can you try to be kind to yourself? Be patient, be kind. And breathing out patience for the world. And maybe just reminding ourselves of what we know, what we can change, know what we can't change, and know the difference. So that we don't get frustrated by the world. And then just taking a few moments in silence, just allowing your practice to soak into every cell of the body, rejuvenating the body and the mind, replenishing energy. And just finding that little bit of calm, that little bit of peace, your inner sanctuary of calm. And just knowing this quiet place is always there for you, just sometimes gets a little dusty. And let's take a moment to listen to the birds. And when you're ready, just listening to the beginning, the middle and the end of the Tibetan bell. Very quietly, just welcoming in any sounds you may hear from outside the room, from inside the room. And come back to where you started, just listening to your own breath, committing to breathing in and out through your nose, day and night. Feeling those feet on the ground, wriggling those toes, feeling grounded, feeling the sitting bones on the chair. And then bring a little bit of awareness into the hands, rubbing the thumb across the fingertips. And then drawing those palms together, just rubbing those hands, find a little bit of warmth in the palm of the hands. Once you've found that little bit of warmth, placing it either over the heart or over the eyes. And take a moment here to breathe in loving kindness for yourself, really meaning it from the bottom of your heart. How can you be a little kinder to yourself? Maybe you can go to bed a little bit earlier, maybe you can drink a little bit more water, maybe you can talk more kindly to yourself. Breathing out loving kindness to the world, the whole planet. And take a moment of gratitude for one thing in your life today. And today I'm going to be grateful for the blue sky and the sunshine we've had. It's been an incredible day after all the grey we've had recently in rain. Good. And then when you're ready, let the hands drop down. We'll finish with our little chant, which means may all beings everywhere be happy and free. If you'd like to join in, you're welcome. If you'd like to just listen in, that's fine as well. Breathing in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Finishing with 3 Oms, breathing in. Bring your hands to your forehead. May your thoughts be peaceful. Bring towards your throat. May your word be peaceful. Bring towards your heart. May your heart be peaceful. And may the love and the light within me bow to respect the love and the light within each one of you beautiful people. Namaste. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming to class today. Lovely to see you all. Any questions, please let me know. I'll just pop this off. Thank you for being here.